Uber has launched a bus service coming full circle to owning transportation in Egypt, anyway. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur. Now, we all know that Uber wants to own public transportation. Their new CEO, well, he's not new anymore. I've got to stop calling him the new CEO. He's had that job for more than a year. When is it no longer new? I actually, never mind. I guess you could be new for a very, very long time, apparently. And in all of his tenure, he has always admitted there are a few things he wants to do. He wants to own the car. He wants to own public transportation, which is notoriously not profitable, so why would they want to own this? And they want to Uberify everything, and they have come one step closer to doing that. If you happen to live in Egypt, of course. Yeah, I guess I can't make that joke twice. But anyway, according to Quartz, Uber is expanding its imprint on public transportation, this time with the establishment of a bus service. The ride-hailing giant launched UberBUS in Egypt on Tuesday, December 4th, the first country to roll out the service globally. The platform allows passengers to request for buses through the app, after which they are matched with other riders on the most suitable route. Riders are allowed to pay via cash or card and will only be able to request UberBUS if their pickup and drop-off locations are within the currently served neighborhoods in Cairo? I think it's Cairo. I am sorry. I know I'm going to offend someone by messing that up. So, okay, anyway, just going to say it again. I have to say it every single time. If you have to have cash, if you accept cash, if the Uber driver accepts cash, that removes a huge safety barrier because no one wants to rob you if you only accept credit cards. However, if you accept cash, you might be worth robbing at that point. So I don't like that Uber keeps pushing that, but I don't like a lot of things Uber does, as you probably figured out. So, okay, the announcement comes as a competition for bus booking services heats up across the Egyptian capital. With traffic-clogged roads and badly maintained bus and train services that experience crashes, Uber's rivals have all looked into creating cheaper and more reliable alternatives to public transportation. Launched in 2017, the startup Swivel? I don't know how to pronounce that. I've never heard of it. This is the first time I'm hearing about this. Has partnered with hundreds of buses in both Cairo and Alexandria and recently bagged tens of millions of dollars in their Series B's funding round, aka they're still in startup mode. The Dubai-headquartered Careem has also launched its own bus service with the aim of improving mobility around Cairo. I guess buses just must not be very reliable in Egypt if all these bus companies exist in Egypt. So anyway, that's I guess that's what a bus route looks like in Cairo. Interesting. So Uber said it was launching the bus option as part of efforts to improve its service in Egypt. The North African nation is one of Uber's fastest growing markets, with over 150,000 drivers giving rides through its app in 2017 alone. Impressive. The company's chief executive, Dara Khosrowshahi, has said they will invest in a 100 million Egyptian customer support center and launch a simpler version of the app known as Uber Lite that works on Android phones and with low bandwidth. Keep in mind, some of these other countries do not have the wireless infrastructure we have. I'm not saying they don't have any, but you know, I've been overseas to some of these countries. It's a little different over there when it comes to cell phones. There's a reason they're not on their cell phones all the time, because sometimes they can just make basic calls. So they have no reason to be on it all the time. Yet for Uber and other ride-hailing rivals, Egypt has not been an easy market to operate in. The country's economy has been in the doldrums since the Arab Spring Revolution in 2011, and compounded by the political instability that followed. Ride-sharing apps have also faced the fury of taxi operators who accuse them of shortchanging drivers and avoiding taxes. The ride-hailing services have also battled regulatory agencies. In March, an administrative court asked authorities to revoke both Uber and Careem's licenses, a decision that was later suspended by another court. So anyway, let's go back up. Let's look at that UberBUS. That's, yeah, it's a nice bus. I mean, that's not what's going to usually be picking you up, but I'm still confused about what the concept of the UberBUS is and how it works. How is this different from Uber Pool or Uber Pup if you're overseas in some markets? Because it's like, I'm assuming the way it sounds like it works, maybe I'm wrong because I'm obviously not over there to test this myself, but it sounds like a bunch of people request an UberBUS. The algorithm filters through all these things. They pick a bus and they give it a route to pick all these people up. That seems to be a fancy way of doing Uber Pool, although that sounds like a better way to do it. Now, my question is, are these going to actually be buses? I mean, maybe it says so in the article. I mean, it seems like they're having some sort of agreement with buses, but I mean, I know in America, people don't typically own a bus. They just don't. They own a car, they own a truck, they own a van, but they don't typically own buses, and you need a special license to operate a bus anyway. And I think most bus drivers who are already underpaid enough as they are not going to go for even less money. I don't care if they're retired or not. I just don't think it's going to happen. But okay, good for Uber. They've launched the UberBUS in Egypt. Again, I don't know why you want to get into transportation. Transportation is historically not profitable. On the other hand, Uber is historically not profitable. It might be that the ultimate end game is if you can take over the transportation, get people to get rid of their cars, and you have the public transportation, you have it all in your pocket, then you can raise the rates. And you can charge whatever you want, and people are beholden to you because you've got your little monopoly. Of course, the interesting thing about this is how many billions of dollars is this monopoly gonna charge? Because you know what? Amazon, despite their best efforts, never quite killed retail, and now they've got slowed growth, and they're in trouble. I know it doesn't seem like it, but they're hurting right now. So the problem with monopolies is, like, if they're within reach, like reasonable reach, then yeah, you can do it. But Uber is asking for multiple lifestyle changes on everyone's part for this to be possible, and I don't see it happening. There's too many people who like driving, you know. I know there's a lot of young kids who are like, oh, let's bring the driverless cars, which, you know, we talked about yesterday, but it's just, no. So, it's interesting. I don't know. I don't anticipate this coming to America anytime soon. But what about any of you? Do you agree, disagree? Have you tried the UberBUS? Do any of you live in Egypt and have you tried this out? I would love to know. So, comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even those $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.